all these different places are pretty cool. This is a big old thing right here. Flop down. This place goes up all the way around. They're just different colored carpets just to test out what the carpets were, so wouldn't worry about too much. It's a little place down here. This is a place that takes you up to that bridge over there. This little place can go here. There's also a pathway down there to take you way over there too. And you have these different paths to kind of get you around. Other different little zones. It's kind of like a little restaurant type thing. I didn't really do much with, but it's got its little areas here and there. We got little fountains tucked away inside the walls in different areas. It's kind of neat. I rather like doing all this. Then you had this, since this was the main palace type area that I'd built, it's huge for a single building. And then you have this pathway, which had other little buildings tucked inside here, all along the sides. Everything, multiple levels. There's a lot of things going on in this map. There's still a lot more things that could be done. For the most part, I'm really proud of the way it came out. There's so much to it. I mean, even look at that. I mean, you got that beautiful place over there. That's really nice looking, actually. Even though it's way over there, right across the water. It looks really nice. Everything's getting dark now in here. This is my giant robot house. Based the idea off of the Armored Core games. I don't know if any of you are familiar with them, but it took me a pencil, did some drawing, sketched out my own little things for it, and with a little pencil and grid paper you can do anything. So I ended up making my own type of little robot here based off of their general designs, but I'll end up doing more stuff like this. I'm going to end up making several different types of robots and things that are going to be just different designs for housing like this. Just so if anybody's interested in learning how to do that kind of thing, I'll be able to try to show you guys through tutorial videos of how to actually build something like this. Because this is a house, it is functional as a house. It's got all kinds of different little details on it I think are pretty cool. It's even got a little grenade launcher on his back and a little cannon on the other side. I like the way the arms and shoulders came out, they're really neat. He even put his little sword blade on there. And he's got a little empty hand here, like he needs a gun, like this side here. He's got his little laser gun. But on his back side, around the booster area, is where his doors are to get to the inside of him. And I had ladders to go up to the core. I just fill it up with chests. It's certainly a chest room. Then I had a ladder going down to a much bigger area. This whole rounded leg section is just, you could do anything you wanted to with this kind of space, but I didn't really do a whole lot. I just kept wanting to build more and more things. This robot was put in place before any of the buildings were, so I built around it. This is what it ended up being. I think it came out pretty nice. You have all these different arches, these different pathways. It's really pretty. Goes all the way down. And housing, different areas. So there's always a way to get anywhere you want it to be. And this is where I ended up doing other stuff. Little buildings and stuff, because that's hello villager. Just kind of walk into these places and they have little rooms and things. Just walk right on up these areas. You can just stop and look around and just keep going. walk up and see that big old robot. It's really neat. Made sure to put little extra details like these little support structures to kind of hold everything up and keep everything connected. See, we got all these other little buildings. Different things we grew and built. Alright, here was the last little part of it. You have all this, of course. And then we have some of these other little structures. Like this right here is like a little bathhouse type of thing. It's not really much, it's just like a little pool. And this is where we have, I guess this is just a random construction. It's a place made out of quartz, and it's just full of different things. It's got like different rooms like this in it, and there's a room in here, just more things, like a little hanging lantern type thing. It's pretty neat. That over there is built by one of my friends. I'm kind of just touring this main building, well, the main island right here that I ended up doing. There was a basement down here, which was actually a rather large basement. So this is just the basement. Literally, it's the basement. Little stairs that go everywhere, little bitty rooms tucked away in little corners, little enchantment rooms and stuff in some of these places. It's a rather large place. There's so many different places to go and explore. It's really neat. And it was connected to a little farmhouse actually as well. This is my little furnace room. Goes up to the farmhouse, which is where everything started. This is the first building that I built on this map. It was this little ordinary little house, and I started on a basement, and it ended up being that other building entirely. But this was the first house I did. And I still left it here just to make sure that anything that I built, I left. And so you can imagine what it's like to start from something like this and then end up building this little gray building over here, which really wasn't much to it, like a little fort. Then I ended up building this white building here, and then a bathhouse, and then I pretty well stopped right there and ended up, I started work on this robot way over here, which took me, I think, about a week to build. But then I figured since I could build that, I might as well step up my building a little bit, so I started building the rest of this place. And this place began right here on this little tower right here, this one little room. This room is where it all began, this room right here. And then I added on this next room. And then I added on these rooms, one by one. That's how we did it. So, if you have any ideas on making a very large build, you can always start with just one small thing at a time. Then before you know it, you'll have a large, sprawling place with all kinds of stuff everywhere. Now, these buildings in general are not exactly the most detailed, which I'm pretty sure you've all been able to tell that by now, but doing all this stuff, I had a lot of time on here. I was on here for, I think, 8 months. Just building things and practicing stuff. And there's definitely signs of improvement. It all accumulates to being this cathedral in the end. And then I've gotten better than that now. I'm now able to say that I'm looking forward to building a new cathedral with even more detail. So I hope you guys will be in tune for that, and I hope you enjoy what we have so far. This map I'm pretty well finished with because it does lag a lot, so I can't really do much on here anymore. But I hope hope you all enjoyed, and I will see y'all in the next video.